Good morning. The first part of today's class is talking about quantifiers as a revision. I want to give you a brief revision because we need to do some questions on booklet number 3. As you remember, quantifiers related to countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns can be singular or plural. When they are singular, I add a, an, or a number. Like when I have the noun apple, apple is a countable noun. Why? Because I could say an apple. I could add a number by saying 3 apples. I could make it plural by saying apples, adding s to it. Are all the countable nouns taking s when they are plural? No. Because when I have the noun man as a countable noun, when I make it plural, I say men. So, we have irregular plurals. We do them as a plural noun but without adding s. But they are still countable because I could say a man, I could say 2 men, I could make it plural. It is not necessary to add s, but they are already plural. The uncountable nouns, there is no singular, no plural. I couldn't add a or an or a number, like sugar. Sugar, I couldn't make it plural by saying sugars, or I couldn't say a sugar or 2 sugars. That's absolutely wrong. If I want to show that I have a big amount or I have that number of sugar, since I couldn't add a number, I could add a word like packet or kilograms. So I could say, I got 4 packets of sugar, or I got 4 kilograms of sugar. Okay, quantifiers. First of all, you have to look at the sentence. If your sentence is affirmative, it means it is not negative. If the noun in your sentence is countable, you add a lot of or a few. If you're talking about a big amount, like I have apples, but I have a big amount of apples, I say I have a lot of apples. If I have a small amount of apples, I say I have a few apples. If my sentence is affirmative, the noun is uncountable, I have a big amount of the thing, I use also a lot of. I have a lot of sugar. If I have a small amount, I use a little. So, I have a little sugar. So the first 4 quantifiers, or the first 3 quantifiers, a lot of, we use them for both countable and uncountable if your sentence is affirmative, not negative. You use a few with the affirmative sentence, countable, and you use a little with the affirmative sentence, uncountable. If my sentence is negative and I have a countable noun, it takes many. She doesn't have many apples. If your sentence is negative and your noun is uncountable, you use much. Like, she doesn't have much money. If you have a question and your noun is countable, you use how many. Like, how many apples do you have? Or, if your sentence is a question and the noun is uncountable, you use how much. Like, how much money do you have? So that's all for the quantifiers. Many, much, how many, how much, a lot of, a few, a little. Let's go to the booklet so we can see the questions. Okay, we already did this question together related to countable and uncountable. As for the quantifiers, I'll do half of the questions with you and I'll send the rest to you as a homework. So let's start. John hasn't money. First of all, I have to think of the noun. The noun is money. Is money countable or uncountable? Think of it. Can I say money? Can I say for money? Can I make it plural by saying monies? Absolutely no. So it is uncountable. Okay, my sentence is negative because we see not. When my sentence is negative and I have uncountable noun, I will add much. So, John hasn't much money. Number 2, I haven't got birds in the sky. Birds. It is clear that birds is a countable noun because it is already plural. Countable noun, negative sentence, so I will use many. I haven't got many birds. There aren't cars in the street. Cars is also a countable noun because it is plural. And my sentence is negative, so there aren't many cars in the street. Are there apples on the tree? Apples is also a countable noun. So, are there many apples on the tree? Jane spends money in the shop. My sentence isn't negative, it is affirmative, and I have money as uncountable noun. So, uncountable noun, affirmative sentence, I will use a lot of. So, Jane spends a lot of money in the shop. I leave the rest of the questions for you as a homework. Now the second question asking you to add a few or a little. Okay, now a few or a little. I'll do the first three with you and you do the rest as a homework too. Men. The noun men is countable. Why? Because I already made it plural. Because it was man when it was singular, and now it is men when it is plural. Since I made it plural, so it is countable noun. So do I say a few men or a little men? With the countable nouns, I use a few. Milk. Milk is uncountable noun because it couldn't be plural. It couldn't be added to a or an or with a number. So, milk, a little milk. Women. Women is a plural word or a plural noun because the singular of women is women. So women is a singular. I made it plural by saying women because it is plural, so it is countable noun. So I'll say a few women. Okay? And the rest of the questions will be as a homework. I will submit them on Edmodo. I hope that you understand. If you have any question related to quantifiers, please ask me and please wait for the second part of your class.